Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. This is one of the most important books I've read on my self-development journey, and it goes into all different facets of self-development, but I want to give you the key points that you should understand or that you can take away from this video that I learned from this book. So the key thing for us to understand firstly is that we all have what's called a subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is responsible for 90% of everything that we do in our day-to-day lives. We also have a conscious mind as well, but that's only really responsible for 10%. And things like willpower and stuff like that come from our conscious mind. If we want to enact change in our lives, if we want to create some kind of success in our lives, if we want to create a successful business, or we want to create a successful relationship, all these long-term changes, strategic changes that we want to happen in our lives, we need to make sure that we have the subconscious mind working for us to make that happen. Otherwise, it's working against us. And if it's working against you, then you're basically relying on willpower. The problem with willpower is it's not very strong. It only lasts for a certain period of time. You have a limited amount of willpower every day, and generally over time it dwindles off. If you think about a challenge that maybe you've taken on, whereby you were relying on willpower, what generally happens is for the first week you're very excited about it, you're very eager to get on, then after 2 or 3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks it just drops off, you get bored, and what usually happens is what's called a snapback effect, whereby you just snap back to your original state because your willpower wasn't strong enough to really force the habit through. So Psycho-Cybernetics really goes into a deep level about this kind of stuff, and that I think it was very, very important for me to understand, because I was very skeptical about this in the first place. So that's the key learning point from this, and this book is going to give you all sorts of techniques and information to help you program your subconscious mind and change your self-image to be in line with the goals and the changes that you want to make in your life. So the kind of techniques it talks about are visualizations, affirmations, journaling. It also talks about how to differentiate between reality and your sense of reality, which is otherwise known as your perceptions. And then it goes into further detail about how to remove emotional scars, how to get that winning feeling, turning crisis into opportunity, and how to attain peace of mind, and how to unlock your real personality. All these deep topics that you can achieve by going deep down into your psychological level. So one of the points I really want to leave you with is, if you're trying to make change in your life, do not do this at the behavioral level alone. And by that I mean do not just rely on willpower. Instead, go into the deeper levels. Look into your psyche, look into your self-image, look into your self-acceptance and your subconscious mind, and if you can bring all those elements together, then you will be far more likely to succeed at anything that you try to achieve. So who should read this book? Well, honestly, I think anybody should read this book. It's a great book, but especially if you are like me, whereby you were a little bit, let's say, disillusioned by the self-development industry, you were skeptical that any of this stuff actually worked. This would be a great book, and it might open your eyes to the fact that this stuff does actually work, and there is some scientific basis for it working. This video that I'm doing right now is all part of my self-development experiment, where I try and read 140 books and do 140 book review videos to see if I can improve my reading retention, and my video presentation skills. If you want to learn more about this, click the link below, and I hope you tune into another video.